You know what I mean? If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? So fear saved a lot of people, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it ain't all bad, but I will say it's more bad than good.
Yeah.
But when do you recognize fear? I'm saying it wrong. Do you recognize the difference between fear and precaution?
Hold on. Damn, I should have fucking shit before
that's a good one too, Split. So precaution.
I had that. Hold on, I had that shit lined up. Go ahead.
Fear is more or less one of those things that you feel in your heart. I feel like that's a fear is more like a blow to your heart.
Yeah,
precaution is more of a blow to your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That precaution will make you skeptic.
Nah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like you'll be more skeptic in anything. When that precaution comes, you just like, I think I better call a plumber for that.
Yeah.
It ain't that you ain't scared to mess with the pipe, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're like, nah, I ain't even gonna mess with it. I might make it worse.
Question: how thin is that line in between?
I say, oh my bad. Hold up. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on. No, hold on. Bam. How thin is that line? Do you think? And then I want to go with no.
Bro, it's damn near not a line. It's so thin.
Straight up.
Like this.
Honestly, I'm squinting just to see that line because it's very, bro.
Like this.
For me, anyway. I'm speaking for me. That line is so thin. 6'7", nigga. Like,
Nigga.
6'7". Yeah, man. That's how I feel about it. That line is as thin as it gets, bro. But I think that's where, like he said earlier, understanding the difference comes in. Because as thin as it is, if you know the difference, you'll know how to walk that line properly and with control.
So when we get to that shit, boy, the line's so goddamn thin because precautions, big brother is fear, or mother or father is fear. Now, and instead of using it on a personal level, let's use humanity as a general observation.
Mm-hmm.
By way of fear of, let's just say, I'm living in the grasslands, right? Time go by, we grow up, we used to living in the grasslands, the river starts to overflow. A lot of my people drowned and died. I'm in fear of shit like that now. So what do? I figure out how to build houses on higher elevation. Okay, time comes and changes. Living on them higher elevations, I'm more prone to X, Y, and Z. So now I'm skeptical of going back to the grasslands, and I'm also kind of skeptical or in fear that this could happen on the higher lands. I need to build my house in a different manner. So I build my house in a different manner. Now I'm on the highlands in a different manner, and I'm dealing with different things that I dealt with in the grasslands, right? Generations and passed on. But I'm a newborn baby comes in, all he knows is living in the highlands. So now all he knows is living in the highlands, don't know nothing about the other lands unless something was told to him, right? So now we take that information and now we move from the highlands to a whole different geographical location. Now we in this you see what I'm saying? So now it's starting to build up. Now I was hunter and gatherers. Now I'm traveling. Now I'm a nomad. Now after a nomad, I get somewhere that I can settle and I can build a goddamn a culture or a family or whatever the case may be. I build that up. All of this is built up off of the skepticism within a human collective mind. All this skepticism is built up off of that. All this fear is built up off of that. I may not have no recollection of it in my instant data of my memory though. You see what I'm saying? But for some reason, I'm skeptical. Like they say dogs, right? They say dogs got it in they in their memory, they genetic memory, while they walk around in circles and lay down, they touch the ground and pat the ground before they lay down. They say it comes from them being wild wolves and making sure ain't nothing on the ground that's gonna poke them or stab them, no rocks or no shit like that. Completely out of the mind frame of a dog that's been brought up domesticated, right or wrong. So it's just a natural thing. It's a natural thing that seems to henceforth. So when we say, what's the line, bro? That shit so goddamn thin that I'm still damn near gonna say it's fear. And just be accepting of it. Just be accepting of it, because that be the thing we may want to try to move away from it. And that also draws another division of like, oh, I don't want to go over there. It's a natural thing that a human being can't get away from. And that goes back to what I was saying at the beginning. The fear of living. Living is based off of fear. Trying to progress forward. Trying not to be what it was in the past. Trying not to have this experience that I've had before. Trying not to do this and trying not to do that and trying to do that. And trying to make sure that I can do that which I have constructed of myself to do in the future. Fear is all the way around a motherfucker. And it's not that. So when we understand that it's a natural aspect of this motherfucker, who's producing it? Where does it come from? It comes from the mind. Everything that we just talked about, from the grassland to the highlands, it comes from the mind. The mind, which I like to go deep into, because I say if we want to talk about spirituality, the illusion, the matrix, reincarnation, God, death, heaven, hell, we got to understand how the mind works. Now, by way of me going to the east side, I found out they got a way more detailed breakdown on how the mind works. Now, the mind gonna generalize, it's gonna delete, and it's gonna distort information. And it only got a few modes that it can switch on to. Now, the mind is how we're going to get our identity. The mind is how if we got an identity off rip, we trying to protect our identity. That's just that on that. If you got an identity, you're going to protect it. Now, there's no different than what the lion is doing, except the human being got intellect. So we're going to intellectually pontificate about how the things reverberate off the universe, and we're going to protect that philosophy that we got. And you're going to get a spiritual system out of that. You're going to get a culture out of that. You're going to get this out of that. You're going to get this out of that. Yeah. You ain't going to be able to get away from it. So go ahead.
Nah, what I'm saying, that sounds like fight or flight.
You ain't got no choice but fight, flight, or freeze. The third one in there. You ain't got no choice. You're going to fight, flight, or freeze. Now here's the thing about it. The natural, the body is gonna do what the fuck it's gonna do. It's already got its intelligence. We don't know how to make our blood come from our heart down to our feet, up to our breath. You don't know how to do that. Think about if we was left up to do that, nigga, we'd be through. The only thing that's keeping this thing going is the mind. The mind is going to create a problem, and it's going to create the solution. And with that solution, here comes another problem. So we get sick of riding horses. Let's create cars. And you know what happened with horses? The same shit. So now we don't want to eat so-and-so. Let's create some genetically modified what's her name? Oh, now we don't want to do this. Let's create this. And we see what all of that brings. So by way of now we got more luxury, more technology, nicer homes with better architecture. What does that do? Especially in our culture. It's going to push that anxiety inside the people to try to have this, because the value system of the culture created by way of the collective mind tells that person that they have to get that. So the anxiety of not being able to get that shit, the fear, the anxiety to be able to try to go and grasp and hold that by way of technological advances, the industrial revolution, the what's the name revolution that done got us up to this point. It's all based out of fear. It's all based out of what if we don't want to go through that no more. So let's do this. So that same thing, that same mind that created the problem created the solution. And that solution is going to give you a problem. So now you got millions of people dying by cars rather than horses. So it's like, once we look at humanity as a whole, bro, this shit become funny to me. It's like, we ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't getting away from it. And that's why most things let me finish one thing. That's why I'm done after this.
No, I'm just letting you know you cooking, bro. You on one.
Hey, y'all welcome. Yo, welcome, nigga.
Man, I appreciate y'all, bro, and I appreciate Zach having me on here, bro.
Y'all welcome.
Nah, for real. It's rare that I ain't got shit to say or a joke, nothing. That's
y'all
crazy.
Welcome, nigga. From out the pit, y'all welcome.
Hey, Gnosis. What I will say is that, well, I'm you well versed, so I'm pretty sure you know that your heart got brain cells too.
Yeah.
So it's crazy that you say that fear. That I literally just came up with. There is no line between precaution and fear, because sometimes your mind reacts to the will of your heart. There is no.
That's why I said the line pretty much doesn't exist.
Yeah, there is no line. And I was just thinking while Gnosis was talking, I was like, yeah, well, your heart do got brain cells in it, and sometimes your mind submit to the will of the heart. There is no line.
Take that word worry, put that shit in there too.
Put it all in there, because that's what it is.